Hello, I'm doing fried okra for y'all today. I'm doing a whole meal, but I've decided to, instead of trying to do a whole meal online, I'm just going to do one thing at a time. I've already cut and washed my okra. It is clean and dried. And I use my ends when I deep fry it too. So now, how we're going to do this is still a little damp. I got my spoon right here. I'm going to start my oil to heating while I do this because it's going to take just a couple of minutes. I want to salt my okra really good. And this is just the way I do my okra. If you don't like to do your okra this way, don't do your okra this way. When I show you something, it's just showing you how I do it. It's not showing you how it should be done. And this is just, I'm peppering it. Okay. This is onion powder and garlic powder. Just a little of that. Now I want to stir the dry ingredients in it to get it all in. That's my oven preheating. I'm going to make biscuits, but y'all seen me make biscuits before, and if you haven't, I have a video on there for you. So I think I need a little more salt on that. Okay. Now I got some buttermilk here, and I'm just going to add just a few drops of buttermilk to coat my okra. All my okra coated with that buttermilk. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to do the next step. I got my grease. You want your grease to be screaming hot. See how that okra is coated with that buttermilk? That's what you want. Not a ton of buttermilk. You don't want it swimming in buttermilk. Just a couple of teaspoons of buttermilk. Now, I got self-rising flour. It makes it really good, and you just want enough. You want to coat your okra, maybe 3-4 tablespoons, because you don't want no excess in the bottom of your bowl. You want everything to try to stick to the okra that can. Okay, see? And do your very best just to stir it real good. Get it coated real good. Just perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. See how the okra is coated? And if you've never cooked okra in self-rising flour, you are really missing out. It really makes a good crunchy okra. Make sure it's seasoned well. Just amazing. You'll be amazed. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Put the lid back on my flour before something gets in it. Got my oil heating. It'll take a couple of minutes. And I'm going to move you over here if I can find you a spot over here. And then I'm going to get me a plate ready to take this okra up. Here you go. I'm going to buy a tripod that stands right here soon. Uh-oh, I think I made you too big. Let's see. Here we go. I think that'll be good. And I got about an inch of oil in my pan, and it's used oil that I had in the refrigerator. I strain my oil when I use vegetables and stuff, and I put it in the refrigerator. So it's been used to fry vegetables. Okay. Get me a plate while my oil is heating up so my okra can be put on it. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on 1 minute. Albert is calling me. I got to get Mama's phone. And you always put, hey, I'm doing a video. Yeah, I'll be through with it by the time. Go to the bank first, and then, what else did I tell you? Oh, well, just come on home. We'll do it all. I'll see you when you get here. Yeah, because you know what tomorrow is. All right, I love you, okay? Bye-bye. I apologize for that. Albert was calling to see if he needed me to do anything before he come home. Okay, I'm just going to put this okra in here. And just shake it off a little bit as you put it in here. And you do not want to keep stirring it because it will clump together. Okay, I'm just trying to get the rest out of that flour. Okay, perfect. It was just a skillet full. Let me dump this flour in my pig slop. I have pig slop there for Albert to take out. So now we just sit, and you don't want to mess with it. You want to leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Because every piece is flat. If you see a piece sticking out like that one, just make sure you wiggle it down in there. So to get to the oil, let the oil get screaming hot and then brown just like it is, you'll be amazed. I'm going to put stuff up while this is browning. Put my milk back in the refrigerator. There we go, it's starting to catch up and fry good now. Your temperature always drops whenever you add a whole bunch of stuff to it. But the okra was at room temperature, it was on the counter. I actually got it out the markdown bin. I think I got like a half a pound of it maybe for like 88 cents. It was marked down, they didn't want. And I don't mind it, I just cut the little spots off that's no good. I'm going to show you everything else I cooked for lunch while we're waiting on that to fry up. I made black pepper chicken. I roasted it in the oven. And then I used the grease that come off of that. See if I can show you. I made some chicken gravy. And it's sitting up here thickening up, and it's really, really good. Then I made just some boxed macaroni and cheese. Nothing special. The video was focusing on just the okra today. There we go, it's cooking now. It's cooking now, cooking good. Tricky is just not to mess with it at all. I know it's long and boring, but it's just, if you leave it alone, it will brown. It will do its thing. And sometimes I don't even do this. Sometimes I put a little oil in there and put a little flour in there and seasoning, and I'll mash it up and make it like a mush. And it's good that way too, but I really like it like this. It just takes a bit longer, but that's fine too. Okay. See how it's looking. Uh-huh. Push it. You don't want to mush it. You just want to push it. All about patience. Mine doesn't seem to want to get hot enough too lately. I don't know why. The stove is really old. Probably time to get me a new stove. Stoves don't come cheap these days. Starting to get crunchy now. While this is getting crunchy, I'm gonna fill up my flour bowl. I gotta fill it up because it's almost empty. What did I do with the lid? Should be about there. Let's see. Yep. No, this is kind of boring. This is all part of cooking. Uh-oh, sounds like Albert. Hey, baby. Have a good day. Y'all busy? Same old shit. Yeah, fried okra. Seems like this eye doesn't get as hot as it used to. I think it may be time to get a new stove. I've been frying this up for 12 minutes. Yeah, it's on high. Doesn't seem right, does it? Starting to get crunchy, but it sure took forever. Oh, you may be right about that. I hadn't thought about that, Mama. Let me get the broom. You're right, let me get the broom and see. That it might not be plugged in tight. It did that once before when it didn't get real hot. It wasn't plugged up good. Yes, and I was behind it earlier sweeping. Well, I pushed it. We'll see. Keep the broom in there. Because it was getting hot, but it's just not frying, you know? Well, it's starting to heat up now, so maybe that was it, Mama. Thank you. Didn't think about that. It did that once before. Yeah, it did that once before. Now it's frying good. I apologize. I've kept y'all on here forever frying this, and my stove wasn't plugged in tight. I was thinking it was tearing up. Just when it's starting to get done, the stove heats up. Isn't that crazy? Then it didn't get the way I wanted it because it should have been hot in the beginning. But that's all part of cooking. Y'all busy today? Y'all wasn't? I thought you were staying late. I was surprised to see you come home. Why? That's insane. They were training people? I made black pepper chicken. I want to make biscuits. I made chicken gravy. And I'm making fried okra. And then I made boxed macaroni and cheese with buttermilk and garlic in it. Sound alright? Mama wants Subway sandwiches homemade for her birthday. How does that sound to you? Yeah, big long sub. There we go. Yeah, we like ours real crispy. So it's coming out pretty good at the end. It would have been better if I knew my stove was halfway unplugged in the beginning. This video wouldn't have been 19 minutes long, so I apologize for that. It should never take anybody that long to cook some okra. My stove was unplugged a little bit. Remember one time before I did that? Okay, this is crunchy and crispy. I'm going to take some of it up. See how that turned out? Even though it did take us forever to get here. See? Mm-hmm. Good. I want that little pin brought up here for them biddies, because that little biddy got behind the freezer. I like to never got it out. And then Bambi was in there. She was trying to help me catch it. I think we were both trying to catch it for different reasons. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put y'all out of your misery. I'm going to show you this. See how it turned out? Crunchy. My eye would have been hotter if my stove would have been plugged in tighter, and I apologize for that. But as you see, I mean, if you are a cook and do cook, you understand that things like that does happen. Nothing you can do about it, but I appreciate you staying with me today and cooking with me. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye-bye.